Cam, you got the Packers. How well do you know Aaron Rodgers, if at all, and talk about facing their defense as well?
I met Aaron, A-Rod, the Pro Bowl. I think it was my rookie year. Really cool guy. But fortunately for me, I'm not facing Aaron Rodgers. I think I got full faith and trust in our defense that everything will be taken care of. I got my plate full of things that I need to be focusing in and trying to make sure that this offense is at its premium when needed on Sunday.
Do you feel good about where this team is right now? 3 games left. You got a couple more at home. You feel like the momentum is going in the right direction?
Well, I mean, anytime you get a win, I mean, it's always good, this late in the season. So, we're just going to keep doing the things that we've been doing as far as preparation, making sure that guys are doing everything that they can to be healthy and 100% come game day. And all the other things will take care of itself.
I was looking at Stewart's numbers, and like over the first 4 games, he's averaging 2.9 carry. Last 5 games, when he's averaging like 4.8, he's got 5 touchdowns. What do you see differently? Is the blocking been better? Is he running better? What is happening to that?
I really can't point to a certain thing, but it's a combination of a lot of things. And when we win the rushing title for that day, versus our opponent, chances are that we have a lot of success. So we know who we are, we know what our DNA is, and the better Stu is, the better this offense is.
If you had to describe Stewart to somebody who didn't know, how would you do it?
Oh man, his play doesn't dictate the person that he is. He's a very violent runner, a person that is very hard to get down, and behind the helmet, it can kind of be hard to understand a lot of people. But off the field, I know family is a big thing for him. He just recently got married, which is good for him, as well as the addition to his baby girl. So. He's a rather unique cat, as well as a lot of guys on this team that has a powerful presence outside of football. With him being so embedded in music, and that was something that I was really blown away by when I first got here. How musically gifted he was, but you would never know with the style of play that he carries.
How do you like his chances in that talent window? Did you hear about this? He's in January. He's going to be among like 7 NFL guys doing different talents. Of course, he's going to play the game.
Oh, really? I never heard of that.
Do you like his chances?
January? January what? Yeah, no matter what late it is, January is not a good month. I'm going to tell him that too. So we got hopes and prayers that we will be busy on January. So,
on that topic, Cam, about 3-4 weeks ago, you made the comment in here about starting to get the feel that this could be a special season. I'm guessing the last few weeks have only confirmed what you were thinking at the time. Can you expand on that and where you guys are before this final?
Well, we just got to do everything that we've been doing. I think for us, playing complementary football, not letting the distractions interfere with our preparations or whatever it may have, or whatever it may be, and us staying on rhythm, as a whole unit, it can get us to that point. And a lot of times, especially with the young guys that we got on this team, distractions aren't always negative things. The biggest distraction may be us, having a lot of success. So just knowing that, I feel very confident in the leadership that we have in that locker room. And, we just got to keep feeding off each other.
Since you've been here, your coach talked about how this time of the year, Stewart seems to play his best. Is it whether he gets stronger as the season wears on, y'all figure out the best way to make him run, or is it a combination of all those?
I don't know what it is. Just him being a great professional, and him taking care of his body is a detriment to that.
Ken, what did you think about that catch Burson made last week and the tackle afterwards?
That's football.
I guess talk about Burson in general, the way he has come back and made catches too, off and on through.
Burson is a person that is very, I want to say dynamic in this offense because he's a person that could play anything. I mean, I'm pretty sure if you put him at running back, with one update of things that he can do, I'm pretty sure he knows what it is. He's a very intellectual player that helps this team, move fast. So for that play, that was just, us being on the same wavelength and him just, playing football and making a catch. So we're expecting big things from him moving forward, especially with that stretch of him not being involved with football for so long. But, it's just like riding a bike. Him coming back has been something that a person that we can count on, and we're going to still be doing that week in and week out.
Cam, do you keep your January clear every year also?
Yes, sir. No doubt.
Cam, in Spartanburg this year, I think we were talking, as we always do with you, that you're going to run, and you made the comment about, are you going to ask a lion not to roar? As this season's gone on, and early in the year you weren't doing a lot of running, now kind of back like you always were. How comfortable are you in that, and is that going to be part of your game forever and ever?
Pretty much. I mean, I have no problem with running the football. I feel as if I've always taken care of that part, contrary to what another person may think. Football is a physical sport, so I can get just as sore in the pocket that I can get sore outside the pocket. I'm just trying to put as much pressure on the defense as possible and just give them, certain things that a lot of other quarterbacks can't give them. And at the end of the day, my job and responsibility is to win football games. So, whatever game plan we got going in, I always have the attribute or the weapons to be able to run the football. Me personally, but whatever. I'm just in it, to win football games. I've never really been in it for statistical purposes, but I know why I play this game.
And you have said too that you don't really fit neatly into a quarterback box, and nor are you interested in that. Early in your career, when did you kind of embrace that, like your uniqueness?
I mean, I don't know, because even oftentimes, I mean, I still find myself looking around the league and, looking at other quarterbacks' production and saying, why can't I do this, or I can do this if that was the given opportunity. I'm looking at, Ben Roethlisberger the other night, had a monster game. He threw the ball 66 times, facade, 66. And I'm looking and I'm saying to myself, that's not me. You know what I'm saying? And taking nothing against the Pittsburgh Steelers, because they are an unbelievable team. They're extremely, very fun to watch. But for me, it's like we have to run the football. That's our niche as offense. We need Stewart involved. We need C-Mac involved, and Fozzie and Cap. And our offensive line has to be able to, get physical. That's the Panthers' nature, as long as I've been here, just to running the football and to controlling the game. So the human part of me, takes over sometimes and says, it's cool statistically to throw for 300 yards and this, that, and the third. But, the unselfish me says, we win the football games, and I could care less. You know what I'm saying? What my statistics say. It's easy for somebody to disagree with it, but, like I said, I often say it all the time. I've had games where I've thrown for 300 plus, 400 plus yards, and we lose, and I feel, bad. But had other games where, just like this past week with 135, 185, whatever it wasn't, knocking the statistics off the roof, and I felt good. You know what I'm saying? And I think we got a lot of guys like that in that locker room, knowing that, I'm looking at Greg. But, you know, he's a person that didn't have a catch. You didn't hear from him, you know, so it would be very selfish of me to kind of, you know, look at, you know, my role and say, well, I need to be doing more, you know, personal or individual statistics alone. And that would be out of bounds and not out of what this team is built for.
When you say that, how frustrating was it when you were in the 20s in the league and rushing and the rushing game wasn't going? And what changed because the last 3 home games y'all killed it?
It's just patience, man. You know, you just got to buy into the plan. And you know, one thing we always say, you know, believe in the plan, and that's the game plan. Believe in ourselves, and that's personally, and believe in you know the people that's around. So you know, as a running back, as you know, the pass game coincides. It's all, you know, offensive line included. And it's just our job as you know, teammates to be professionals as the week goes on.
So when Ryan's back in the huddle, does the huddle change at all? Is it funny or is it more serious? Or what is it like when he's back?
Well, I kind of did miss Bucky there because it was a little bit more order in the huddle, you know, with Bucky there. You know, Ryan comes back, everybody's, you know, telling jokes, and there was a lot of huffing and puffing, you know. But, you know, it's great to have him back, man. He's a guy that brings, like I said before, a calming presence, you know, in that huddle, you know. And I understand last week was an unbelievable week for him to come back with the challenge that he had in front of him. And this week is going to be just as important, you know, for us, you know, finding ways to win late in the season and have all hands on deck is good for us.
Yeah, Mike, looks, if you've addressed it, I apologize already, but Aaron Rodgers, what do you like or admire most about him as a quarterback when you're surveying him?
I think most of all it's about the confidence that his team has with him. You know, that's a different team with them on the field, and obviously a different team with them not on the field. And you know, I'm a fan of this league as a whole. You know, I look at the Drew Breeses, I look at Aaron Rodgers, I look at Tom Brady's. I'll be a fool not to look at, you know, any quarterback that's doing the right thing. Alex Smith, you know, try to mimic a lot of things that they do from via plays or even just different styles. And, you know, A-Rod is a person that always gets mimicked, I know. But, you know, for me, he's a person that, you know, I obviously respect. And like I said earlier, I don't have the I'm lucky not to be able to play against him, you know, as far as schematically this week. But, you know, I believe our defense has, you know, that under control, hopefully.
Capping Khalil kind of helped you guys break down Minnesota last week. Is Julius kind of slipped in that role this week, helping you break down Green Bay?
You never know. I don't know. I cannot confirm nor deny.
Have you seen the new Gridiron Heights cartoon?
No.
You're featured.
Really? I thought the one last week was really funny. It was a lot of hidden. You know, you got to watch it a couple times, you know, to get the little jabs that they were throwing. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm about to go check it out. It's on Bleacher Report?
Yep. John Wick parody.
Hey, who's over that? Like, who writes the scripts for that?
No idea.
All right. Thanks, Dave.